Welcome, stampers. This is Jennifer Kirk. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Guelph, Ontario, and we're going to be making this card today. Just let me get set up here just so that I can make sure that everything is working fine. Just give me 1 second and we'll be ready to go. All right. Okay, so I think it's up and running. So, what do you guys think? This is Painted Poppies meets the Sprinkles. So it's a little bit of a messy card that we're going to be doing today, but I think it is quite stunning. So let me show you the products that we're gonna need to use first. So if we go into the catalog, we are using the Painted Poppies suite, which is just absolutely gorgeous. So there's the full suite, which is the Peaceful Poppies. It includes 2 die sets and 2 stamp sets. So we are using the Sentiment. Let me flip over here so you can see. So we are using the Sentiment from Peaceful Moments. So we're going to be using the Thank You. And you shouldn't have, but I'm glad you did on the inside. And then we're going to be using the Painted Poppies set here with the flowers and the dies here and the leaves. Okay, so that's what we're going to be doing. So let me put this away. What we need to make this card is we need a piece of Whisper White. I will put all the dimensions in my blog and a link to my blog, so you don't need to write these down. But the dimensions here, this is just a normal piece of Whisper White cardstock cut in half. So it's 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4 1/4. And then we have another piece of Whisper White cardstock, and this is 4 by 5 1/4. And I have run this through our new embossing folder. This is called the Stone 3D embossing folder, which I don't know if you can see that on the video very well, but it is gorgeous, and it is actually free in Celebration. So it's part of a 120, so it's a level 2. So if you spend $120 Canadian before shipping and tax, then you can select this as one of your free items. So you get the embossing folder and this really cool looking stamp set. Okay, so I ran that through the stone embossing folder. Let me move these. We need a piece of DSP. So this is, I will show you that in a second. It's from the Painted Poppy suite. And this is measured at 4.5 by 3.5. And I'll just quickly show you the rest of the paper that comes in this DSP pack. So you get 2 pieces, 2 12 by 12 pieces of each of these designs. So there's the one that we're going to be using today. I'll flip them over and show you the back in a minute. Really gorgeous, using different reds, Blackberry Bliss, Rich Razzleberry. Like, look at this. Love them. So many possibilities with this paper. Like, it's just gorgeous. This, all you need to do is put a label on there. You put a ribbon on there, and you got a card. How easy. On the back, some really cool designs that you can use. Kind of washed, watercolored. Blackberry Bliss. Okay, so very versatile. If you don't like the flowers, you've got lots of other designs that you can use. So we're going to be using this piece here today from that suite, from that paper. You also need some Old Olive cardstock. So this piece here is 4 3/4 by 3 3/4. And then this one I used one of the rectangles in the rectangle stitch framelits just to cut that out. And I can tell you how big it is. It's about 3 by 4 3/8. Okay. And then another piece of Whisper White that I use the same, a smaller of the rectangle dies. This one is 2.5 by 4. Okay, so we're gonna need that. The other thing that you're gonna need too is watercolor paper. Okay, I'm not gonna be doing that today just because it'll take too long for me to do it and dry and that, but you do need watercolor paper, and you need Versamark and some white embossed powder, okay? And what I've done is I've taken the this flower and this flower and this leaf, stamped it on the watercolor paper in Versamark, okay? And then heat embossed it with white, so I don't know if you can see that, if it shows up on the video, but I do have the embossed flowers on here already, and I do have some embossed leaves on here already. So I did that ahead of the video just so that you don't have to sit here and watch me do it, okay? And that is on watercolor paper. You do want to do it on watercolor paper, all right? And then the next thing that we're gonna do is make a mess. And this is very messy. So you are gonna wanna make sure that it does spray everywhere. So you are gonna wanna make sure that your other projects are away from your workspace. And I will show you how to do that. We're gonna do that right now, actually. So I am going to move all of this stuff out of the way, and I'm actually going to take this off because I want to have a dry workplace after. Okay, so I'm gonna move that, and I have layers here trying to protect my my desk. It took me a while to get all the pigment off. So we're gonna start first with the flowers. All right, just let me get organized here. I'm just, whoa, I throw everything on the floor. That's not good. So, I don't know where you guys are, but winter came last night, or sort of came. It was pouring rain and really warm. We had tons of water everywhere, and then it froze. So we have a nice sheet of ice all over the place right now, and it's a little bit messy. So if you are out walking or driving, just be careful, be safe. Okay, so here we go. So I tried to get everything away so that I don't make a mess, because this is messy. We're going to use 2 of the colors here. So we're going to be using the Melon Mambo and the Granny Apple Green. Okay, there's other pigments that come in this. You get Bermuda Bay, Daffodil Delight, Mango Melody, and Gorgeous Grape. And these are, well, they're called Pigment Sprinkles, okay? So all you need is the pigments and some water. So this is our spritzers. We sell them in a pack of 2. This one has water in it. I have other ones that have alcohol in it, with some sparkly stuff, so I can add some sparkle, but this one is just water. I'm going to put the green away. All we're going to do is very carefully, and stuff goes everywhere, just so you know. Okay, we're just going to sprinkle some of the pigments on the paper, and the more pigments you have, the more intense your color is going to be. Okay, make sure you give it a good close so you don't get them everywhere. Now we take our water, and watch this, it's magic. It is messy though. It's very messy. I am actually going to, because it does spray everywhere, I am actually going to lift, you guys probably can't see it off the camera here, but I'm lifting my paper up on the back just so it doesn't go all over my stamp pads behind the camera. And all you do is just give it a spray. You want to make sure that all of your powder is wet and that it's activated. Okay, and you can see where the white embossing powder is. That is going to resist the color. So that's all you do. Okay, you can see it's a mess everywhere. And then we're just going to move this to the side. I'm going to, where am I going to do that? You can dump it like this and get rid of some of the water. Okay, you do want to make sure that all of your crystals have been saturated in water. And then you're just going to set this aside to dry. Okay, and I'm going to remove this so that I don't get melon mambo all over my green leaves. Okay, put that in the rubbish. And then we're going to do the same thing with the leaves. Now when I took the granny apple green and sprinkled it on, I was like, oh my goodness, Stampin' Up messed up. They gave me orange. Look at this, it's orange. How is that going to go green? Watch. Stampin' Up did not mess up. I should have known that. But I thought, well, maybe it's just the wrong label on the jar. Okay, again, spritz it with water. Again, I'm going to lift this up to catch some of the spray. And look at this. And that's all you do. And then when this is dry, you're going to want to take a piece of paper towel and run it over the surface so that any of the pigment that is on top of the white embossing powder will come off. Okay, otherwise you will have pink and green everywhere. But isn't that cool? So no two leaves will be the same, and no two times that you do this will be the same. So you're going to get a different look each time. Okay, and you do want this on watercolor because you do, like, look at how much water I have on this. It's just saturated. So I will put this across there and we'll let it dry. And then I am going to clean up this mess. So you do want to have lots of extra scrap on hand to catch that pigment. Okay, and you can see it's all over my hands too. I think this is dry. All right, so let me get my desk back up here. Hopefully this is centered on the camera. Just let me look. Kinda. There we go. All right. I can't see if anybody has joined me or not. So if people are leaving comments and I'm ignoring you, I apologize for that. I'm not ignoring you, I just don't see the comments. So I am trying to update my Facebook and see if it's and see if I can get it. It's not happening. Okay, anyway, here we are. So I will respond to comments if there are any after, when I can actually see them. Okay. So here's the magic. So I did these before the video. You can see in some of these I didn't put enough water on, so I do have some pigments left on there. Okay, but you can see how the white embossing powder resisted the watercolor pigments. Okay, so there you go. So we have some flowers ready. And we have some leaves ready. We won't need all of these, but I just cut out a bunch. And we're ready to start making our card. I'm going to wash my hands here because I have pigments all over them. So I'm just going to take some baby wipes here and try and get some of this pigment off just so I don't get my card all dirty. But if I wasn't on live, I'd run to the washroom and use soap and water, but here we are. Okay, so now we're ready to put our card together. So we can, I am lost. Huh. All right, what am I doing? My goodness. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to adhere this onto the white on white. Okay, so trusty glue, some Tombow. Let's just stick that together. Both sides are beautiful. You can use whichever one you want. I'm going to put this side down. Stick that over, line it up, try and put it in the center. And there we are. So that's one layer. Now the next layer, I'm going to put the DSP on top of the old olive here. And this one I'm going to place on the card a little bit on an angle. So it's not going to be directly straight up and down. You could do it straight up and down if you wanted to. So you could do it like this if you want. I liked it a little bit just on an angle. I found that it just gave a tiny bit of, I don't know, a little bit of a different look for it. So I'm just gonna glue this down like this. So, and then we will give it a haircut with our paper snips. All right, so I'm a little bit discombobulated today. I'm just running around, just got back from a baby shower. So a friend of mine that I went to university with is having her first baby, and it's very, very exciting. So we had a shower for her. It was beautiful. She's so happy. She looks so healthy. I'm just so excited for her. But I am a little bit out of sorts right now. So I just flip it over now and just give it a little bit of a haircut. So we're just gonna trim off the pieces that are sticking over. You could do this with the mini paper trimmer if you want to. I find it just as easy to do it with snips. You just don't want to cut your card. That would not be good if you cut your card. Okay, gonna pick up these. Yeah, so her friends and her mom hosted a shower for her, and it was really nice. It was great to get together with people that I haven't seen for a while. All right, so now what we want to do is we want to kind of figure out where we're going to be putting these flowers, so that we know how high to put our sentiment. So I just kind of eyeballed it. I thought they looked kind of nice down like this. Okay, so if I'm going like this, then I'm going to put the sentiment right across the top. So if I look halfway, just put it up a little bit. Okay, so I'm going to move this over here so I can stamp. And I'm using Melon Mambo here. My Melon Mambo had a bit of a accident. Don't know exactly what happened, but it started gushing everywhere. It's a little too juicy, I think. All right, so ink up. Just make sure your ink is covered. And then I just want it up at the top, kind of third, sort of. Right, straight down, straight up, and that's done. And that's all we're going to do for stamping for the front. So now it's just a symbol. So I'm going to adhere this down. Now the one thing that I did do, and I forgot to get it out, so you're gonna have to give me a second while I find it, is I did put some twine around here. I don't think, you can't really see it, but I am gonna add it anyway. So that was from the Magnolia Lanes. Oh, of course it's buried underneath my wet stamping stuff. So just give me 1 minute while I find it in my ribbon. Color. I'm almost there. Just gotta find where it is. Here it is. Got it. All right. So this is in the Magnolia Lane combo pack. It comes with this and a crumb cake ribbon, but we're just going to use this twine. So we just need, I'm going to close this because I will make a mess. I will get it all over me, which I did. Yuck. All right, so I just need some glue dots and my take a pick tool. So I'm just going to pull off a glue dot. I'm going to stick it right around here. Move that lid so I don't lose it. Stick another one right around here. And all I'm going to do is stick the twine in there. I just stick it in with my fingernail. Wrap it around. Stick it in. Wrap it around. Okay. And give it a trim. Oh, cut it too small. All right, so now I need another glue dot because I didn't leave a long enough piece there. And I'll just stick this glue dot here and put that in. And that's all you have to do. Okay, you can make it go crisscross or however you want to do it. All right. And you want to put that on before you adhere this down. So let's go ahead and adhere this down. I cannot believe that we're already a couple weeks into January. It's just going so fast. Where's the time going? All right, so wherever you want to stick that, I think it looks good right there. Okay. Now, when we take these flowers, see I have a, there's two different shapes here, okay? This one is the smaller one, this one's a larger one. This one I'm going to put at the bottom, and I'm not going to pop that one up. The other ones I am going to pop up with dimensional. So this one I'm going to stick right around there, and I'm going to just glue it down straight onto the cardstock. Okay, so just like that. Come see. I'm just holding it down a little bit, especially if your watercolor paper is a little bit wet. You want to just give it a good stick down. Now these, I am going to put some leaves behind, and then I'm going to pop them up. So to stick the leaves on the back, I'm just going to take a glue dot, put it here, figure out how much of the leaf I want popping up, and stick the leaf into the glue dot. It would help if I hit the glue dot, not beside it. You want to actually put your leaf in the glue dot. Don't do what I do. Do as I say. All right, and then, so if I'm going to stick this one around here, then I probably want another leaf coming out there. So just put another glue dot there, turn it around, and I'm going to do that. All right, and then if I stick this one here, I probably want another leaf coming up, just like that. What do you guys think? Does that work? You can do whatever you want. You can place them wherever you want, however you want. Whatever works for you. I think that looks good. All right. So now I just need to find where I put my dimensionals. That might be easier said than done. Here we go. I've got a brand new one. And let's just put some dimensionals on. Oh, I'm losing my computer here. Not that I can see it anyway. Okay, and I usually just put 2. Some people put tons, some people only put 1. You can use whatever works. You don't want them falling off, but you don't really need a lot of them on either. Okay, I'm just going to pop it there. You can have it hanging over a little bit if you want. One of these I took off already. That one I did. Which way do I want this? I think like that. There we go. And that's it. That's the outside. Isn't that? I think it's just beautiful. Just, I don't know. Just with the sprinkles and the DSP, it just works in my mind. Anyway, I'm biased, maybe a little. All right. Let me try and get into my Melon Mambo without, oh my goodness, I don't know what is going on with this ink pad, but it is not happy with me. All right. I had it at one of my classes and I don't know if something happened to it. Okay. So I'm just going to put Simple Sentiment in here. You shouldn't have, but I'm glad you did. So there's really not a lot of stamping on this one. Well, I guess there is if you think about, you know, doing all the Versamark and heat embossing. Those are all stamped, but the rest of it, there isn't a lot of stamping to it. And I think on the inside, I'm just going to do one flower with 2 leaves maybe. Does that work? Yeah, I think that looks good. These leaves here turned out really light, so I didn't put as much pigment on it as I did when I made my very first card. So I'll show you the comparison of the 2 greens, so you can really play around with the intensity depending on how much pigment you add, and you can get a completely different look with the same color. All right, I don't like that there. Okay, so just carefully lift it up. I'm gonna make it come down. Nah, I don't like that either. Oh, okay, let's see. What am I gonna do? I'll just have it coming up. That's what I'll do. Yeah, that works. All right, then I'm just gonna glue it down. And that is it. Voila. Oops, it's not done. Okay, it's very simple, very stunning card. I love the pigments. I don't use them enough. I should use them more because they are really messy. But sometimes it's nice just to make a mess and have some fun. So I hope you guys enjoyed this card today. Here's the difference. So you can see here, I added a lot more of the pink, the Melon Mambo, as well as much darker green. So you can see just playing around with the pigments, how you can get different looks and different colors. Okay, so now I have some more flowers that I can make a couple more of these cards. I think these would be really pretty as birthday cards, anything like that. So so that's the card for this week. So a couple of announcements. As I mentioned earlier, it's celebration time. Celebration is during celebration, which runs from January 3rd to March 31st. It is the best time to be a demonstrator. It's the best time to join as a demonstrator. There's just so many perks right now. So if you are looking through the annual catalog or the new mini catalog and you have an order that is approaching close to $100 Canadian, you want to join up, okay? You don't need to sell. You don't need to do classes. You can just enjoy getting a 20% discount on your craft supplies, which is what it means to be a demonstrator. So during celebration, if your starter kit costs $135, okay? And with that $135, so I'm just looking for my stamp, my DSP pack here. Here we go. Okay, so with that $135, you get to pick $165 worth of product from the, well, any product, not from in here, but any product in any of the catalogs, okay? $165, and you only pay $135. You don't pay tax, you don't pay shipping. So it's $135, you get $165 worth of product, whatever you want. You can choose whatever you want, okay? And you get a free sampler of DSP, okay? So these are 6x6 pieces from all the different, not all of them, but a lot of the different packages of DSP that are available in the new mini catalog. Okay, look at this. Isn't that gorgeous? That's from the Tropical, oh, I forgot the name, Tropical Oasis Suite. So is that. You even get, this is from the pack that we worked with today, you even get some of the, a sample of the DSP that's available from the celebration brochure. Okay, so this is free DSP that's in the celebration that you can choose as one of your gifts. Okay, so again, $165 worth of product, no tax, no shipping. You get a sampler of DSP. You get this most adorable mini trimmer, which it's a permanent fixture on my desk now. It's amazing how much I use it. I didn't think I would. When I saw it, I was like, oh, that's kind of limited, but I use it all the time, and it's just amazing. And you get to pick a free stamp set. So any value from the annual catalog or the mini catalog. So you can pick the most expensive stamp set in the annual catalog and get it for free. So all of that stuff for free, and then the next time that you place an order, you get a 20% discount. So if you're putting in an order near close to $100, it's a no-brainer. For $35 more, you get all of this stuff free. You get $165 worth of stuff, and you get a discount. Okay, so if you don't have a demonstrator and you are interested in more information, just reach out to me. My contact information will be at the bottom of the post and as well on the blog. Okay, I think that's about it that I wanted to talk to you about. So have a great week. Stay warm, stay dry, stay safe, and I will see you next week. Take care. Bye-bye.